Okay, so we're on to the second lesson of the week, and we're going to change gears a little bit. We practice solving equations. Now we need to practice a little bit of graphing inequalities. Graphing inequalities. So when we hear inequality, we think of one being better than the other, or one being more than the other. That's how we use it in everyday language. But in mathematics, we think more. One is greater than the other, or one is less than the other. Now, this is a greater than sign. The reason for that is much like we read a sentence or a word, we go from left to right, left to right. So the reason we call this a greater than sign is because the one on the left is greater than the one on the right. This is less than because the one on the left is smaller than the one on the right. Okay, so one way of thinking about that is something as simple as 8 is greater than 2. We know that 8 is bigger than, so therefore this is true. Now, when we see the little line underneath, it means equal to. I mean, it could be the same. So 6 is greater than or equal to 3, but 6 is also greater than or equal to 6 because 6 is equal to 6. So both of these are true. Okay, cool. Hoping we recognize this from previous years. Last one is just if we see a line through an equal sign, that is considered not equal. Okay, we don't know if one's bigger, one's smaller, but we know they're not equal. Okay, cool. Now we need to practice graphing these inequalities. So reading this, we have x is less than negative 2. X is less than negative 2. So if we go over to this negative 2 right here, we're going to put an empty circle. Why is it empty? Because it says less than negative 2. If it said equal to, we would fill it in, but it says just less than. There's no line at the bottom here. So it's just an open dot. Now it says x is less than negative 2. Less than means on the left here, means in this direction. This is less than, this is more than. So this is less, and this is more. Okay, so we, in order to graph this, are just going to fill it in. We're going to put an arrow on the bottom because the arrow implies everything in that direction is also less than, and we have successfully graphed it, just that easy. Pick an empty or a filled hole, find the direction for less than or greater than, draw an arrowhead, you're done. It's too easy, too easy. This next example, we have r is greater than or equal to 4. So we know we're going to be working with 4, so I'm going to draw a circle there. But because it says equal to, I'm going to fill in that circle. Okay? And it says r is greater than. Well, we know this is greater than or more. And the other side is less. So we know we need to go this way. And we're going to put an arrowhead at the end there. And we're done. We have successfully graphed the inequalities. Now, we're going to practice solving inequalities. For the most part, inequalities work the same as equal signs when you're solving. So I'm going to solve this one-step equation, just like we had seen before, except now it's a one-step inequality. So to solve this, to get n by itself, I'm going to add 17 to this side and this side of the inequality. And these 17s cancel out, just like solving equations. And n, we move this down to be the exact same. N is less than 14. N is less than 14. There are a few very specific situations where these rules don't work, and we'll talk about those next class. But for now, we're just practicing simple inequalities. To get the m by itself, we just subtract 15, move the m down because this is canceled. I'm going to move the symbol down exactly how I see it. And 29 minus 15 is 14. So 14 is less than or equal to m, or m is greater than or equal to 14. Both of these are accurate. Notice when I move the variable over here, I switch the sign around. Okay. And that'll be it for today. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, as always, email me. Have a great day.